into the weekend, but it's just going to take some time. So a lot of those neighborhood roads right now look more like an ice skating rink. So just be careful, slow and steady, remember. And also remember when you're headed out, if you have not been driving and you're getting ready to hit the roads here soon, if your car's been sitting outside and you've got 6, 7, 8 inches of snow sitting on top of your car, take a moment, get a broom, whatever you can, knock that snow off of your vehicle. That's what they're asking you to do. When you get back out on the roads and you start moving at a pretty good clip down the roadway, especially those roads that have been treated and are clear, all that snow is going to fall back on the motorist behind you, and that can cause some travel issues, especially if it's close quarters. So keep that in mind. And also it could come forward as well, blocking your view out the front windshield. So it's a safety reason that you need to take a moment, clear off that snow off the top of your car before you hit the roads and get up to speed. So just something to think about before you do head out. All right, we do want to get everybody up to date on what's going on traffic-wise around the area. A couple of closures we're still watching for you right now. So let's bring in the map for a second, as we always like to do, the TDOT SmartWay map. And again, if you're heading up toward the mountains, just a reminder for you, according to TDOT right now, 441 from Gatlinburg all the way over to Cherokee, still closed right now, and no shock there. Usually it's the first road to close, pretty much was this time around as well. So again, just kind of keep that in mind. That is still closed 441 for you. A lot of the roads here, matter of fact, we'll kind of go in a little bit tighter. Head over here, over toward Cosby. You still have a number of the Foothills Parkway. You can see still closed. What is that? That's 339. So again, just be careful. Just know some of those higher elevation roads are going to be closed for some time as, again, we wait for the sun to return and those warmer temperatures to help thaw some of these roadways out. Also gives a chance for those crews also to get in there and plow some of that snow. So several opportunities there in the mountains. Several roads there are going to be closed. Also, from an earlier incident, this is in Crossville, a section of Sparta Highway, right there at the 70 interchange, Elmore Road, still closed. This was causing some problems just the other day, so keep this in mind for your travels around Crossville, a section of Sparta Highway. According to TDOT right now, you can see the marking right there, still closed, 70 at Elmore. And again, this is Friday. We'll have to see what happens over the weekend. Hopefully they'll remove some of those closures and everybody can get back up to speed as we continue to move along. Also want to get you up to date on some slow travel for you if you're heading northbound 75. This is as you're making your way up toward Caryville and Campbell County. Right now, I-75 north, you're seeing some heavy congestion. Mile marker 130 right now. This was reported around 10:30 this morning. Still seeing that. No lanes are blocked, just some heavy traffic for you right now. No timetable when they hope to see everything moving along as planned, but again, northbound 75 as you're heading from Anderson into Campbell County, heading up toward Caryville. Very, very slow for you today. So again, we'll continue to monitor that. We'll come back and get another check on that, see if they dropped that alert, but it is going to be there. Let's check some cameras here for just a moment. You know, a spot we had that was really in bad shape, especially Monday and Tuesday of this week when this winter storm was moving in, was Alcoa Highway. This is a live look for you right now on this Friday. Alcoa Highway looking a whole lot better. You can make out the lanes. You can even see the shoulder of the roadway. We do have some light flurries right now around the area, but traffic is moving across the bridge. And still keep in mind, if it looks wet, there's a good chance it could be slick. So, you know, temperatures, they're not warming up. And they're not going to warm up through the weekend. It's not till next week we're going to see those warmer temperatures. It takes about 15 degrees for the salt to work once we drop below 15, which we will be doing overnight. If you'll be traveling later on in the evening, early morning hours, it's going to be tough for some of that salt to do what it needs to do, and that's when we see a lot of that freezing. Right now we're above 15, so you should be okay, traffic moving along. But again, just keep that in the back of your mind as far as travels and when you're seeing crews out there treating for salt at least, it's got to be at least 15 degrees or better. Let's go north of town here for a second. Let's get a quick look. Let's go up here to a Merchant and I-75 for you. Maybe this is where you'll be heading here soon, and you can see, oh, the snow really coming down right now, but traffic right now looking okay. Also, something else to think about, even though they've been able to plow all the lanes here, in some cases, the shoulders, there's not much of a shoulder. So if someone has to pull over, get over as far as you can, but you're going to have to obviously make room for them. And we've seen this several times, cars breaking down for whatever reason, TDOT coming to their assistance, or first responders arriving, but they're still, even though they're over on the shoulder, they're still blocking part of that outside lane. So again, just kind of keep that in mind for your travels. But the snow really starting to come down there, not hurting travel at all right now, but that's a live look for you, 75 just north of the downtown area. Let's get you another look here real quick before we jump into some projects that are coming up later on this week. Let's go over to I-140 near Kingston Pike. Snow coming down there as well, but again, the road's looking to be in pretty good shape, just a little on the damp side, which you would imagine right now. Right now, temperatures still below freezing, so keep that in mind, but the crews have been out treating, and so hopefully that salt is doing what it needs to do, plus the more traffic we see on it, that's definitely going to help as well. I had that freezing rain last night that was causing all kinds of problems, whether it was in Campbell County, Roane County, Loudoun County, even parts of Knox County. This is a live look for you. This is 75 near mile marker 81. Last night we had a tractor trailer that had jackknifed. This was Thursday night. Right here you can see still where part of that was, where that tractor trailer had jackknifed. It was stretching across the entire interstate, both lanes. They were trying to take traffic off here on the exit ramp right there at mile marker 81. It took a while to clean that one up, but again, right now everything there looking good for for your afternoon. And another spot where we saw some problems yesterday is up here on Rockwood Mountain. This is I-40 eastbound. Again, let's take camera 341.3. That's where the mile marker is. We had another tractor trailer. You can see all the markings here on the shoulder of the roadway, first responders, where the truck was as well. It stretched all the way across the interstate. It was blocking both lanes for several hours late Thursday night as that freezing rain was moving in. But again, that has been cleared. Traffic right now heading off the mountain, looking pretty good as you're coming off the plateau there. And there was also just less than a mile away at 341.6, we had another incident. You can see again here on that left shoulder. So you're right, but the left shoulders are coming down the mountain there on I-40 eastbound. Had a Sara Lee truck that had gone off the roadway. Took some time for them to get that out of the way as well. So a busy night last night for those first responders, for those crews trying to open the lanes back up. It was a slick evening as far as travel with the freezing rain. But as you can see right now, travel moving a lot better on this Friday. All right, let's get everybody up to date on what's happening as far as some projects you need to know about. We should note TDOT releasing its project list for January 18th through the 24th. We've got it right here. There's 30 projects listed here. So this is for this weekend, and of course heading into next week, areas will just need to be alert of. We're going to start things off for you in Anderson County, Oak Ridge, along State Route 95. So that's the turnpike for you. We've got it right through here. But crews are going to be working really anywhere between the interchange with Highway 61 all the way to 62. So that's a pretty long stretch of the turnpike. But basically this work will be from 9 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. This is a resurfacing project that is ongoing. Of course, it's all going to be weather dependent. If they can get the crews out there, we are expecting some rain next week, so that could impact the progress on this project. But again, we're looking at the Oak Ridge Turnpike here between 62 and 61. And again, those crews will be out between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. each day, weather permitting. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Another project we're watching for you, these are in Campbell County, a couple of them actually, and we told you about the backup northbound on 75 that's happening right now heading up toward Caryville. But in Campbell County, you're going to have 75 north and southbound between mile markers 148 and 150. They're going to have some nightly lane closures. This is between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. Crews will be out there working. Again, give them plenty of room to get done what they need to do. Let's see if it gives us some more details here. It just says workers will be present. And then Campbell County, 75 north and southbound between mile markers 156 and 161. You will also see nightly lane closures between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. So a couple of projects here along 75 in Campbell County. But the good news is it'll be in the overnight hours. The bad news is if you're traveling late in the evening or if you're trying to get an early jump on the day, you could run into some delays. Other spot we're watching for you right now. This is going to be in Greene County. Actually, let's see. Actually, this is, I don't think this was the Greene County. This is Jefferson County. This is what we're looking at here. This is Jefferson County. So here's the 4081. Well, let me take my, let's see what we can get out of the, let's see. There we go. Take me out of it. Here you go. So up here is where the 4081 split or merge is. This is the area we're talking about through here in Jefferson County. Okay, so here's what's happening next week. This is a new project for you. This is I-40 eastbound and westbound between mile markers 424 and 426. watch out for possible lane closures between 8 a.m. and 4:30 in the afternoon. They're going to be doing some bridge inspections, and we'll kind of zoom in for you. Of course, you know the bridge here over the Holston River, but again, just know they're going to be doing some bridge inspection work through here. This will be pretty much every day through Thursday, weather permitting. Could see some stopped traffic, but this is 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. as crews will be performing those bridge inspections, Jefferson County, between mile markers 424 and 426, and that's all starts on Tuesday of next week. So that could slow you down during the weekday. Just kind of keep that in the back of your mind as far as your travels. All right, we're going to bring it back to Knox County for a second. And this is a spot we have been watching for a number of weeks now, and they are still working in this area. This is right here along Kingston Pike between Wesley and Golf Club Road. You've got the library right here. Let's see, McKay's is down here, Whole Foods, so you kind of know the intersection that I'm talking about. But right through this little stretch here of Kingston Pike, here's what we've got going on for you right now. You need to be alert for possible lane closures between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., and then even again 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. So you could see them during the day and then later on in the evening into the early morning hours. This is going to be for a construction project that is ongoing in this area. You may see the cones or the barrels out, forcing you to the left or to the right. You're just going to have to kind of pay attention. It seems like it changes daily. And again, this is all going to be weather dependent, but this is some road work that's going on here along Kingston Pike between Wesley Road and the Golf Club Road / Paper Mill interchange. So not a long stretch of Highway 70, but that will be back up there again this week. And again, just to give you those times one more time, between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. and or 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. So watch for that next week. All right, coming up next, we're going to take you out to Loudoun County. And what's happening there, this is on 75 north and southbound. This is between mile markers 78 and 81. The 81 mile marker is up there near that Lenore City exit we showed you just a moment ago where we had that jackknife tractor trailer the other day. But here's mile marker 81, or this is exit 81 for you. But anyhow, from 81 heading back toward south a little bit toward the 78 mile marker, which I believe is right there at 324. But again, here's what's happening in Loudoun County. You're going to need to see some possible lane closures, again, nightly. And these will be Sundays through Thursdays between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. The following morning for some bridge repair work that's being done in this area. You've got some overpasses through here. So again, crews are going to be out there working, checking on that. That will be overnight, not during the day. So at least that's the good part. But again, watch out for those crews working. You could even see some stopped traffic if you're going to be traveling in the late evenings through there. So several spots you want to watch out for traveling around the area where crews are going to be out working. Bring it back to the main map for a second. Let's get you up to date as, again, some of the snow continues to fall. Do want to head south for a second. Let's see if we can pull up this camera for you here. Give you a live look. Alcoa Highway. Yeah, this is Alcoa Highway right there near the I-140 interchange right now. Don't see any snow falling, but again, traffic is moving. Does look a little on the wet side, but no major problems. This is just north of McGee-Tyson Airport. Slide over to the west for a moment. Let's check on some cameras here. This is, let's go to Loudoun County. Mile marker 366. We're right now near Buttermilk Road. Usually this is a heavily traveled area. Right now, still some light traffic. A lot of people not heading out. It's Friday. They're going to say, well, we've been cooped up all week. We're just going to stick it out and stay home one more day. And then we get to the weekend. But you can see a lot of snow on the shoulders. But again, the actual lanes themselves looking all right. Let's take a look at Pellissippi Parkway. During the snowstorm, this place was a tough one to drive, to navigate. 162 Lovell Road, north and southbound right now. Traffic there, though, looking good. Also the ramps. Really over the last several days, I've seen a huge improvement. Still, though, on ramps like this, you don't want to take them too fast with those turns. But again, at least you can make out the asphalt. You can see the lanes. Monday and Tuesday this week, you would have given anything to be able to see exactly where you were driving. Bring it back toward Knoxville for a moment. Let's go up here to, 275 here. This is near Woodland right now. Snow falling in the northern part of downtown right now. Traffic, though, not really impacting travel. Traffic is moving along fine for you. But this is one of those spots where you really have to be careful. You can't speed through here. Even on a dry day, we've seen accidents, spin-outs. TDOT has done a number of things. They even grooved the pavement at one time to try to help slow people down, help your tires grip a little bit better through here, but still sometimes people take it a little too fast. But again, this is north and southbound 275 near that Woodland Oldham exit. So again, right now, everything there looking okay. Just a few more cameras, and then we're going to wrap this up for you. I-40 over at Cherry right now. Their snow still coming down, but again, traffic looking okay. The interstates are great shape. Let's check Hall of Fame Drive, though, for a moment here. Let's go Hall of Fame and James White Parkway. Let's see if we can get this camera to pull up. Sometimes this one can be a little temperamental, and it looks like it's not going to cooperate with us right now. But this is a spot where many times, you can still see some of that snow-covered roads, though I think they've done a really good job getting James White right now, so it should be okay. And let's check right here, 4275. Traffic there looking all right. No major issues for you. Though we're seeing a little bit of, I'm trying to figure out why. We'll zoom in here. You can see the ramp coming from 275 southbound trying to merge here onto I-40 East, shaded in orange. We'll get one other little vantage point here. This is the camera 275 at Baxter, not really picking up anything. It's just the fact that it is snowing around the area. All right, so be careful. You can still see some snow throughout the day today on this Friday, maybe even some freezing rain depending on where you are. The storm team, as always, will continue to keep you up to date with all the very latest. And of course, we're going to stay on top of it too as far as travel around the area. We want to make sure you're getting to wherever it is you're headed on time, but more importantly, safely. And right now, just keep in mind, those neighborhood roads, it's going to take some time to get those where they need to be. But the good news is next week, with the big thaw coming, 50s, 40s, 60s, it's going to be fantastic. Even though there's a little rain, that's okay. We will take it. All right, that's how things are shaping up right now. That's how things are looking for next week as far as some road projects you're going to have to look out for. Of course, that's all weather permitting. If it rains a good chunk of next week, a lot of this will just carry over to the following week, but we'll tell you all about that coming up next Friday. So until then, have yourself a great day. Just be safe out on the roads.